David Ojabo and Daxton Hill seem to be the guys that will come off the board next. Daxton Hill is the Swiss Army knife on defense, and that's what NFL teams seem to like about him.
Yeah, and I think he could be a steal of the draft for somebody out there because, a guy like Jabril Peppers was that last, Swiss Army knife for Michigan. Very different players. Jabril Peppers is very physical. Dax is just fast. He's super quick, can cover anything. But I think that is where he is so valuable is he can play nickel, dime. He can play the corner, honestly, at some point. So I think that you're going to see a lot of teams say we can plug him in pretty much anywhere we want to. And I like his ceiling too. He didn't make, a ton of plays at Michigan, but he was a lot of times, if you watch them in 2020, which it didn't go well, he was seriously covering the entire field. He did it as well in 2021 too, but they had better corner play, so he didn't need to as much. But I think Dax Hill will be a good pick for somebody. I think the worry is he's super skinny. He's still small. Can he play at that next level in the NFL? Even the defensive backs in the NFL are still strong as heck,
Justin, what are you hearing about David Ojabo? We know what the first line of the scouting report would be, just in regards to he benefited so much from the guy on the other end. What does he have if he gets double teamed? But what are you hearing about Ojabo?
Yeah, it's really unfortunate that Ojabo did have the injury that he sustained on his pro day because I think he's going probably top 15 to 20 if he doesn't, because I think people do see a higher ceiling there. He has not shown everything he could. He really only played significant snaps and well in 2021. So I think people are looking at that and saying, hey, what can he provide if he does go, top, or if he does have a chance to show off his skills? Because everyone is focused on Aiden Hutchinson here. Why don't we focus on David Ojabo? But he's a guy who didn't even start playing football until later in his life, coming from Scotland. So I think people see him as one of those guys that what could he really become? And that's the question. But I think there's an answer there that he's strong as hell too. And he played a pretty significant part. Even with Hutchinson getting most of the attention, he still made plenty of his own plays here at Michigan.
Trying to take these guys as they most likely will come off the board, and I'm seeing Andrew Stuber as probably the next guy from Michigan.
Yeah, I already talked about Daxton Hill being a steal of the draft. I think that Andrew Stuber could be a very, very good pick for somebody in the 4th or 5th round. I think he's a guy that worked himself to be one of Michigan's top offensive linemen in the last X amount of years. I don't want to put a number to that, but I think that he is a guy that has built it up smarter than just about anybody out there. A stud. He's got it all for an NFL team to be, what he could be, a right tackle or even a left tackle in the NFL. So he's not a sexy pick, I don't think, which kind of surprises me because any offensive lineman from this last this last line should be somewhat of a sexy pick for Michigan. They showed that they can do just about anything and bully people. But I think he's a guy that will come out and he's going to be a late round steal for somebody in this draft.